Well, hello, Disney Connections and fellow Disney freaks. It's Taco Tuesday.
I feel like it's been forever since we've done this, and I have forgotten where to look.
Right there to the camera.
Okay.
Over there's the monitor. And we can welcome in Don Little. Hey. Welcome in. There you are.
When you put your hand up like that, it makes us blurry.
Yeah. It's the product show. Woo! Exciting. Hey, this is our first time back in the studio in like a month, I think.
If not longer.
We've been in Studio B, C, D, studio on location. It's been crazy. It's crazy. The live plays coming in. Hey, what's up? And Amy Stefan. Love it. Yay.
Almost done with homework.
Nice. Leslie through the looking glass.
Hi,
making it
Leslie.
in. Yeah, Leslie was going to join us tonight, but she's going to miss being on camera, but she's here in the chat for all of her expertise on Loki. So,
all right.
Hey,
well, who else is with us?
Yeah, I'm just about to bring in our guest tonight, and you never know who else might pop in tonight, but we'll be on standby for that. Just so you know, tonight we're talking Loki Finale. Stick around for just a little bit. If you haven't seen it, we're just going to chat just a little bit, and then I'll let you know. Hopefully,
okay. I need to know who Desk Demon for Office Professionals is. That's their work YouTube. Like, who is this? Who's it going to be?
That's interesting.
I'm sure they'll come in on their regular YouTube in a moment here, but
possibly.
I feel like we should take bets. I'm not sure.
Well, let me introduce our guest in. You have seen him before. He's been on our show. He's also on Castles, Capes, and Clones a few times a week. Drops mail on Monday, and they also talk Loki and other things Disney Plus. So I want to welcome back Lauren from Castles, Capes, and Clones. What's up, Lauren?
Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to you.
Thank you.
Whew, I'm telling you.
Been a hot minute.
It's a little different being here, sitting in the air conditioner with the fan. Oh, where's the light? Why'd that light get turned off?
I don't know. See, we're rusty. Some of the studio lights aren't on.
I went to like start the, well, look at that. I didn't even close the little door on my camera. I don't know anything falling out while we're trying to have a show here. Give me 1 second. Lights are off. Things are askew. Hopefully you can't see the mess in the background. But anyway, yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Mom is in the house. What's up? What's up?
So we.
Oh, look! It says her name this time. She's
I know.
on Facebook.
She did it right.
She must have did it right this time.
So we didn't do our Saturday live show.
No.
Because Melanie had a migraine.
Yeah.
And I haven't had.
Leslie, you know anything about that?
Yeah. I haven't had a migraine like that in years.
Yeah.
Like
it was a bad one.
It was like 2.5 days.
I thought we were going to the hospital.
Yeah.
But
I couldn't function. And usually I've got it under control to where I can function now in my later years, but there was no functioning. So I didn't touch my phone for 2 days. I mean, that's how bad it was. No phones, no emails, no Facebook, nothing. So I'm just kind of getting back into the swing of life.
Yeah. There's your answer, Susan, from Wish Upon a Disney. We also have David Felton in the house, Broadway Disney fan. What's up?
Hey, David.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. And the funny thing is that she got up and, I mean, you planned the show. You put stuff together for the show.
On Saturday, yeah.
And then it came up to about 12:45, and I just knew. I was like,
and I went back to bed for 2 days.
We're not going to do this. So it was all good. We needed a couple days off, a little break.
Here's what's funny, everyone. I had this migraine. You know what I'm going to say?
She's going to try to say that I did nothing.
It's true.
But I took care of food and kitchen. I did all that.
Every time I opened my eye, he was in his recliner. I was like, just because I have a headache does not mean that life stops for you. But I didn't say anything.
I knew she was going to do that. I figured she would do that, you know, in a personal arena. But
hey, we're all family here.
There it is, right out there for y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so recovering. We were talking to Lauren. Lauren, right before we went on, we were 15 days on the road, where we went from here to California, up to Oregon, Oregon back to California, California back to San Antonio, before we got on a plane and went and did 10 days in Orlando. So, woo!
Pro tip: don't ever do that unless you're
We're good.
18 and have all the energy in the world. No, it was hard.
You know what? I think we need to schedule a little bit more downtime.
More rest days.
Yeah.
More rest days for sure.
I have a hard time doing 2 days at Disneyland, let alone all that time.
Right?
Right?
It's exhausting. Yes, Dawn, it's all Rob's fault. I promise I will get to you very soon. We'll work that out.
Oh, Adventures by D's in the house. What's up?
Hello, Dave.
You know anything about Loki?
And two tiny wings. Probably Allie, I'm guessing.
So, yeah, it was crazy. And then really exciting. I just want to make an announcement, even though we've announced this like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. But while we were in Walt Disney World, 1K, thank you so much to all y'all that are in here. And yeah, we're pretty excited about that.
Super excited.
Lots of cool stuff coming down the pipe. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we can put it all together. Should be coming out here in the next few days.
We can't say much, but a lot is happening in the Disney Connections household right now. And we're kind of at a crossroads, or I don't know. I feel like the timeline has diverged and there's all these options.
Oh my goodness.
And we're yes, it is. Loki's in here somewhere trying to create mischief. But if y'all are praying folk, you could send some our way, because we got a lot of serious decisions to make in the next couple days. So on a brighter note, let's talk about Loki.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to probably get into, if you're in here and you haven't seen, you
could have been doing this while I had my headache. You were sitting there doing nothing. Look at this, you guys. So it's still in the pack.
I wasn't going to show it on the screen for very long. I just flashed it on the screen. Random stuff. Welcome in. But anyway, yeah. So definitely we are. I'm looking for the TVA to jump in anytime and like stop us.
All right. So where are we starting? Because
I got to say hi to my buds at TV.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Allie, and I just got to say, Pete. I love them.
Nice.
I'm
just going to put out there right now that I am completely confused. I have no idea what's going on. The finale, I feel like everything that I thought was happening, I don't know. I'm completely
Didn't you
lost.
watch those videos with me?
Yes, but I still don't understand.
After all of this time talking Marvel, Lauren, roll it out for us.
What happened?
Part of it. Well, I actually predicted who it was going to be. Yeah. I just knew it. Like, I didn't know about the timekeepers, if they were real or not, but I felt like I knew who was behind it all. And I don't know are we talking spoilers or not?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, we're spoiled.
Okay.
We're spoiling it up. If you're in here and you haven't watched Loki yet, well,
Dave says yes. Please explain it to us.
I think I've got this figured out. So
Lauren,
I'm gonna let Lauren tell us so.
So who the guy is at the end, he who remains, is a variant of a major villain in the DC.
Major.
In the Marvel universe. A major. Yeah.
Right.
And that's Kang the Conqueror.
Right.
And so he's somebody who's always manipulated the timeline, and he's actually supposed to be also in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Right.
So yeah, we already knew that this actor was cast as Kang the
Right.
Conqueror. So we know that that's gonna happen. I was really surprised that they introduced a major villain in a TV show, but pleasantly surprised. So anyway, it's crazy. I mean, they changed things from the comics for the movies and shows. And so, we're going to see the multiverse, basically.
Right.
And I also have to say that, on August 11th, they're going to have What If. And that actually is that show is going to show what this show has wrought, and that is the multiverse.
Well, I mean, we've been talking about the multiverse since Endgame, right? Well, actually, I mean, I remember people talking about multiverse during Ant-Man, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when they're talking about being sucked into this, whatever that was called again, right?
The quantum realm.
Yeah, the quantum realm, and people started talking about Kang, and the crazy thing is that I knew this was coming. I mean, we've got Doctor Strange coming, and I mean that's all connected, right? Kang's been showing and rearing his head for years, and for some reason I just wasn't paying attention because it wasn't clicking with me what was going on and who was behind it all. And even after I watched the finale the first time, I didn't get it. Like, and then the second time I was like, okay, wait a minute. Now I get the idea that he's still around, right? I understand this continuity or continuation of the timeline. But I didn't get it. And so I told Melanie, I said, you know what, before we get on here, I got to go get some explanation because I am like so far out of what is going on.
So does the judge become the girlfriend
right
after this, or is she already his girlfriend?
Has she been his girlfriend? That's the question, because she's always known something. Right?
Yeah. Like, where did she go?
Right. Well, and then why? Here's the thing: is she the one who remains girlfriend, or is there another Kang who's manipulating and running this whole show?
Right.
Right.
I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah. I mean, I got as far as Kang was going to be behind it all, but after that, I don't know what her relationship is going to be with Kang, but I think that it's pretty cool that they did have her on, and then that was like one of my first inklings that it could be Kang, because it's like she's got a connection to Kang.
Sorry, okay. I think the dog. I think he was gonna pee there.
Oh.
He's like acting really strange tonight. He's our senile beagle. Go lay down. Go lay down.
Sure, buddy.
I felt like he was taking a squat.
Sit.
Oh, poor guy.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
I forgot what I was talking.
Sorry.
Well, good. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. That it was Renslayer was one of my first clues that it could be him, because of the relationship that they have, and then it's like this is about time, and I just knew that he was pulling the string somehow.
Right.
And, it was pretty crazy. And that obviously the statue that Loki sees at the end is Kang the Conqueror.
Right.
That's crazy. I don't understand that, why that statue appeared there.
Well, that's because it's one of those timelines. It's like multiverse. There's, and we're in. That's further illustrated by Mobius not knowing who he is.
Right. Exactly.
So we see Mobius in C15, I think it is. We see them talking and looking at the timeline as it's splitting up, and it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And then in the next scene, we see them together, and she says, is this what he wants? Speaking of Kang, right? Yeah. So Kang
that's
is
what
now,
we assume.
well, yeah, that's what we're, made to assume. But instead of speaking of the timekeepers and these like people that we don't know that are controlling everything, it's almost as if now we know exactly who's controlling. It's this one person, not these group of people that we don't even interact with. So,
well, hello.
What is up? What is up?
It's Chris and Mary.
Be careful, because we have a moderator in the
chat now. So mind your P's and Q's.
Can somebody please moderate him?
Moderate the moderator.
Oh yeah. So goodness gracious. Let's go back though. Let's go back because I just want to get your thoughts on the series as a whole. What was the high points, the low points? Was there anything that maybe they should have changed, made better?
Well, I feel like they could have had a couple more episodes that, further explained it a little bit, had a little bit more of He Who Remains. And I don't know, there was something, it obviously is a giant cliffhanger for season 2. This is the first time that they're doing a season 2 for one of their shows. So it's just hard to, I'm like all looking down here now.
They're addicted to the super.
What happens if I do
the
this?
super sticker?
Oh no! What did that do?
Did y'all hear that?
I didn't hear it. Was it a bump?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mary, for the super sticker. Thank you so much. We'll keep the lights on now. Oh.
Anyway, go ahead.
So you would like to see more of He Who Remains or Kang? Yeah.
Yeah, I would have loved to see just maybe a couple more episodes. Maybe have made it 8 episodes. Which is interesting because usually I'm saying there's too many episodes of something, but these Marvel shows are just so short.
Right?
Yeah,
and there's so much more to explore. Like they're making it so short, but it's never ending.
Right.
There's never ending content in these Marvel shows.
Right. Well, and six episodes in, is almost. It's probably 2.5 movies.
Yeah.
Probably.
True.
And
they're made
2.
like movies.
Yeah. So, it's rough. What I'm really excited about, since you already threw it out there, we'll just go ahead and throw it out there. But I am excited that there's a season 2.
Yeah.
So, we didn't get that with WandaVision. I'm pretty sure WandaVision's done.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going back to Enchant.
But she's coming back in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Right. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like that they could have a second season of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, 2 tiny wings. I think that the next season maybe we can go back and we can see,
I doubt it. I doubt they're going to do that because those people are gone, I think.
But are they? We don't see.
I don't know.
The one in the original comic book, costume, the old guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one that was kind of for sure that he might have been obliterated. but I don't think we actually see that, do we?
No, I don't think
Yeah.
we see the Loki as an alligator, Loki as a kid.
Right.
And there was what, like 50 other Lokis that showed up on that
Right.
one episode.
Well, they
so,
all get into that brawl, but
yeah,
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I
what's
would
going on
like
there.
to see the Loki as a kid, like, because what his claim to fame was killing Thor.
Right.
That would be interesting on how that came about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Um,
love to see the backstory of a lot of these guys,
Right.
especially the alligator.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know if we're going to go back there though. We'll see. Because I mean, that is what was supposed to be the end of time,
Mhm.
right? And then we transition from the end of time into the unknown.
Right.
Mhm.
So, where do they go? Are they
Yeah.
free? Are they free from that that void? That
How would they get back? They
I
would
think
need
that they
a
are.
okay?
I think that their timeline has been restored, and that they are going to be in that timeline.
Oh,
But
What are you doing?
if you tap the like button, we're arm wrestling.
Oh, great. Wonderful. I think so. Loki as a kid will show up again in Young Avengers, which is
Ooh.
something we haven't. That's been out, right?
Not yet.
Oh, it hasn't.
No,
so we're not behind.
We've been building up to this
To Young
since
Avengers.
WandaVision with her kids, and yeah,
Mhm.
there's definitely some stuff that's building up, possibly with Isaiah's son, right? Might show up in there.
Okay,
So
I'm glad I'm not behind. Something I'm not behind on.
Yeah.
Hawkeye is going to have Kate Bishop, who is another Hawkeye. So that's another one. Cassie Lang, Ant-Man's daughter.
Oh, right.
So
Oh,
Yep.
they've got a lot of characters that they could be definitely within the Young Avengers.
speaking of Hawkeye,
Yeah.
What?
did anyone watch Black Widow?
Yeah.
I'll just leave it right
Oh.
there in case people haven't
Oh,
seen
yeah.
it yet.
Oh my gosh.
But that end scene, I was like, what? Okay, that's it.
That's no spoilers here. This
No
is
spoilers.
we did not put on the title that
No.
we're talking about Black Widow.
Yeah.
No, that's
Oh,
it. I just want to throw that out there.
I am kind of curious since you kind of threw that in there. What did y'all think? I just like a thumbs up. I mean, don't give a thumbs down. Give me a yes if you liked Black Widow, and a no if you're like, why? Because that's where I was.
He wasn't thrilled with it. I loved it.
It was. I mean, I don't know. Maybe here's the thing: is it these Disney Plus shows have been exceeding my expectations,
Mhm.
right? And so we've been in this kind of void, right? We've been in this void for a year and a half of no Marvel content for real, nothing in the big screen, and we've been producing, this Disney Plus stuff that's been pretty good, right? And so this buildup, I mean, WandaVision, put on the back burner, WandaVision postponed, I mean, not WandaVision, but Black Widow. And I was so excited to see Black Widow.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I don't know.
If anybody cares what I think, I loved
No
it.
spoilers of Black Widow.
No.
I'm not going to say it. I just wanted to say how I felt about it.
No
That's
spoilers.
It. Yeah.
See, I just had to.
Yeah, I love Black Widow as well, but I can see what Rob is saying. I was very excited for the pandemic, and it was almost going to come out, and I was like already obsessed with the movie. And then you wait, and then we got to see the movie, and it wasn't quite like my excitement wasn't quite as big. But seeing the movie, I loved it, and I need to have a Red Guardian movie.
Yeah. I like what Broadway Disney fan David. I mean, I feel like the story we didn't want with Black Widow. So I think that
Be careful. No
I-
spoilers.
I think that I don't know. I just think that I think that's right. I think that there was a story that I wanted, and we didn't get that, and so I was kind of let down a little bit. There was some other thing I want. Oh yeah, and then I love it. Adventures by D. It's kind of like when Thor in Endgame, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
we got the Red Guardian. I'm right there with him.
Yeah. I love the Red Guardian.
I just grow my beard out. I can wear a suit.
I was watching a video of earlier when you had like, did you see that beard you had there for a while?
It was,
You had like, oh, that's the most hair he's ever had in a beard. It was crazy.
Kelly's Crazy Disney Addictions in. Welcome in
Yeah.
to the show tonight.
The ending. Mhm.
We're back in the studio, y'all. That right there deserves a thumbs up. There's no arm wrestling necessary. We're just back in the studio.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Wrestling.
Oh, so Loki. I mean, I'll tell you, my perception is I kind of liked it. Like I felt like we were getting another side of Loki. Like the mischief wasn't gone, right? I remember when we first started talking about this after like episode 2 or maybe it was 3. And we were trying to determine whether or not Loki was good or bad. Like, is he going to be an Avenger and help save the day? Or is he going to be just innately Loki and bad, evil? And I really feel like, just like the other Disney Plus shows, I think they developed him as a character. I think we figure out that Loki is not all bad, that, he sees the bad things that have happened. And I remember one thing he says in there is, I don't mean to make harm or cause harm. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, that tells me that there's this struggle within him, that he's trying to be good. He wants to be Thor. Like it comes out wrong. Like, I'm going to have to kill Thor in order to take the throne, kind of thing. So I think it did a good job. I really do. I'm not sure that they developed him and Sylvie's relationship.
That felt very rushed
It
to me.
felt very rushed. And unlike, you said you would have liked a couple more episodes to develop Kang or the one who remains. I think we needed a couple more episodes in the middle to develop that bond where they're growing. Like we only get the one episode when they're on the planet that's becoming destroyed.
Yeah.
That develops them. But I don't think that was enough to really see the bond between them.
Yeah.
Right. Although I did love that scene between them, where in the palace of He Who Remains. Like I honestly felt so betrayed when she sent him back to the TVA, and I just it surprised me, which was kind of fun. I really loved that scene between them.
I liked that one too. I was surprised, and then it solidified for me that she's worse than he is. She's worse than it's like she can't get past her past to make better decisions. She's just out for revenge or vengeance. And even though she might have an inkling of liking him, or I don't think she ever was going to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Like, but we don't know if she did the right thing.
Well,
we don't even know if that was the right thing or not. Like maybe that was the right thing, depending on what happens after she kills him. Like, does she take over? Does another variant come in? Like, what happens? We're kind of stuck with, did she make the right decision in doing that? Because she's trying to convince him, Loki, that this is what needs to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But we don't really know why, and we don't know her end game because she thinks that Loki is wanting to rule.
Right.
So now is she wanting to rule?
She has the trust issues. Hi, Mom. Welcome in, Mom. Glad to see you.
Hello.
Can't do any of those things that we talked about earlier on Facebook. Just telling you.
Oh yeah. Don't mention anything.
Anyway, so I have this. I don't know. I have this feeling, and maybe I'm trying to write the story for them, but she's been all over the timeline herself. Like she's
Yeah.
seen, she lived in Armageddon, right?
Mhm.
So what's to say that she hasn't seen things that helped her make her decision?
Maybe she's seen things that Loki doesn't know that he's done in the future, you mean?
Yeah. I mean, maybe. I mean, what more of a what would they call those events? The catastrophic events, you know, that she lived in. What maybe she was at the multiverse war.
Could be.
I mean,
Yeah.
Although
If-
she did seem surprised. I mean, like she did seem like this was all new information to her.
Yeah.
When he was talking about the multiversal war. Although they did talk about it in that in that little short with Miss Minutes. So
Mhm.
Right.
yeah.
But she didn't seem surprised at that point.
no,
When Miss Minutes was talking about it, she was just like stone, like we don't, like she already knew about it.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. It could
My
be.
other question is she coming back? She's got to come back in season 2, right?
Yeah, because you know in the comics there is a version of a kind of villainous, like she's like Loki, like a villainous anti-hero kind of person, but she's the Enchantress.
Mhm.
And she's like another major character in Thor lore, and people have been wanting her to be a villain that pops up in the Thor movies. So I feel something is going to happen where she is now the Enchantress.
Okay.
And where's Thor during this?
Right.
During this whole time, why
I
doesn't he
mean-
come to get him? Like,
That's my only like bad thing to say about Marvel is when all these things are going down, why don't other people show up? I got to put this up on the screen because random stuff. This is exactly how I feel, and I've watched the movie. Okay. You all right? Was it funny? I'm just over here like I've never
I'm out
watched
of
this
water.
show. Anyway, that's how I feel like the whole time I was watching this, knowing kind of, you know, where it was going and what is supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Random stuff. Have a great day. But you know, back to my point is that you know, Thor. Well, I mean, at
He
this
should
time,
he should have known that where he should have been searching for Loki.
Right.
right? I mean,
You
because
know,
Loki plucked out of the timeline. What's going on with everybody right there? All the Avengers that just captured him. What? Why aren't they looking for him?
Mhm.
They don't have the means yet.
yeah,
No.
you know what? It's hard because comics, everybody has their own title, and you always ask yourself, why didn't all the Avengers get involved in this? You know, in this fight, and you know, it's supposed to be about the writing and the character development and stuff like
Right.
that. So I guess there was part of me, because I do read the comics, that just kind of like, you know, like I'm really learning about Loki rather than, you know, all the other characters who could have come in and just changed the story dramatically. You know, Thor could have like ended it all if he came in. So there would just wouldn't be any story if he came in.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but and I mean, we can get to that part. But Thor is the only one that has the means to travel
Why?
Mm-hmm.
because time travel was not realized yet in that part of the story.
Yeah.
Ant-Man opens up the quantum realm, right? And it's because of Ant-Man that at the beginning of Endgame, Tony Stark then puts it all together and figures out how to travel around in time.
Yeah.
So we're not, I mean, we're talking, you know, it wouldn't be until Infinity War, or I mean, yeah, at the end of Infinity War, beginning of Endgame, that they could even go looking for Loki. But Thor's not, what Thor should have had a part in this story, I think.
Mhm.
I mean,
Or
at least,
Loki should have mentioned him. Like,
right?
my brother will come get me. I don't know.
Right.
Like something. Hey, Courtney, welcome in.
What's up, Cook? Oh my goodness.
Although they did show him, parts of his life where he, when he kind of led to the death of Frigga, and then they had the whole thing where he died at the hands of Thanos, and we saw Thor there. So we did see a little bit of Thor.
That's true.
But he wasn't, but he wasn't a part of this timeline. Kelly's Crazy Disney Addiction. Wait, though, didn't we see a version? Oh, yeah. We saw that version. That's what you just said, I think. That was part of the his flashbacks. It was kind of like realizing who he was and then what he had done. So, hey, thank you, Chris. Appreciate you throwing Castles, Capes, and Clones are in there. Make sure you go check out their channel after tonight's live stream, of course. Make sure you go check them out. Yeah, so I mean, I know some people had it all figured out. I did not. But now that we've seen some spoilers, it's starting to all make sense. And I think that we have a pretty good direction of where this is all heading. I mean, everything is going into multiverse. Everything is going in this direction of Kang, because that's going to be the ultimate villain. I think that's who the Avengers are going to be fighting in this at the end of Phase 4. I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do y'all think?
There's even like a there's rumors about Spider-Man, and that Spider-Verse is going to open up in the next movie,
right?
And so that will be really interesting, because Doctor Strange is supposed to make an appearance in Spider-Man, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So you never know.
That's the shortest little sound that I got. So
everybody's liking that.
Thank you so much, Susan.
Yeah. So now here's something, and my son keeps bringing this rumor up. Is No Way Home, is that the end of Spider-Man as we know him in the MCU?
I don't know. I mean, it all depends on really the Sony deal that they have. I would imagine that Sony is making a lot of money from these films with in the MCU. So I think that they're going to extend whatever contract that they have, because they're making way more money than they would have had they done the films themselves. And they're chomping at the bit to have their other characters be part of the MCU. But I think that Marvel Studios could only do so many films, and they can't take on all of their characters at right now. But I don't know. Who knows what will happen with the multiverse? I'm like intrigued and confused at the same time.
Right. Yeah. These contract things, I'm telling you, are very deep. In a span of 2.5 weeks, we went from the West Coast to the East Coast Disney, and we got to see Avengers Campus. Yeah. I'm not thoroughly impressed. But you were. Did you like it?
I loved it. I loved it because there was so much energy, so many characters out that you could, like I just felt like, wow, there's Captain America, there's Captain Marvel, there's whatever. And I love the Spider-Man stuff show. Like
that was amazing
all the time. Yeah. I watched it a few times and I just loved it.
We did like that part.
Yeah, I would definitely like to go back and explore it again. just first impression, face value. We walked through, and I was like, okay, this is cool. I love seeing the Quinjet,
Yeah.
and that was it. I mean,
It's
I
small.
honestly,
It's a small area.
yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm looking at it. When you walk into Pandora,
Mhm.
it's a transformation. The first time we walked into Pandora was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, these things are floating. I mean, how did you do that? I mean, it was like just a wow, awesome moment, right?
Mhm.
I think I
Um,
know why this is. I just
Why?
came to me
Why?
because Pandora and Star Wars don't exist.
Right.
But Avengers Campus, that's real life. Like those places,
Totally is real life.
maybe not in the story, but those places exist. So it's not as fantastical as being able to walk into a make-believe
Land. Yeah.
land. So when you're walking into Avengers Campus, you're like, okay, this is like a city block and it's Avengers Campus, and you are excited about the Quinjet. But Star Wars is something that you've been waiting 40 years to touch.
Right. I agree.
And
agree.
and it's just you haven't built that affection for Marvel
Well,
for as long. And you never thought you were going to be able to walk into Star Wars. That was not something
I never thought I was going
know.
to fly the Falcon. That's
No.
crazy. But you were
Yeah.
there early. Like you were there right after it opened, right?
Mhm. Pretty
Yeah.
much like a couple days after.
And there was a huge wait to get in and all that. So I mean, I think that I think that you might have had more fanfare. I mean, there wasn't. I was looking because we were there on Tuesday, and we were going to do Taco Tuesday from Avengers Campus. Well, I mean, we did actually. We did. We went live during this time, in search of Loki, because I'd heard that Loki's walking around. But I'm not reading that, Chris. But I don't know. I just felt like they could have done a better job making it its own. I don't know. Anyway,
I like
back to what I was saying though. Let me get back to it again. Is that so? We were there. We saw Disney, Marvel. And then we go to East Coast, and yeah, you can buy some merch in the Disney parks, but it's not until you get to Universal that you get to see Marvel. Marvel. I mean, you get the Spider-Man ride at Marvel. I mean, at Universal. And so the contract that they have, and I was talking to one of the people. They said that Universal has to be more comic book like. So they have to stay more true to the comic books. Disney gets to take the MCU.
Yeah. Except our Captain America. No, you know what? He does look like the comic book character and not the movie.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I saw things that were movie.
A little bit.
The whole contract thing, I don't know. Back to the original point that got us out on this tangent is that I don't see that Spider-Man goes away. I mean, when they push out No Way Home, I think I'm hoping, I'm really hoping that will be like the reboot for Marvel after this whole pandemic. Because I don't think Black Widow did it.
I liked it.
I mean, don't kill the messenger. I'm just talking my feelings right now. But I don't think Black Widow did it. I didn't think it brought us out with the that we wanted. So
okay.
I'm hoping Spider-Man does. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. And there's two other films between Black Widow and Spider-Man. We've got Shang-Chi and the Eternals.
Oh, right.
There's so much to watch and take in
this year alone, because Hawkeye and Ms. Marvel are also supposed to come out on Disney Plus. So we've got 3 movies, 3 television shows coming out all this year.
Yeah.
Should I start talking trash about Thor and Steve Rogers and Bucky too? Bucky's terrible. I'm just kidding.
We love Bucky.
I love Bucky. No, Kelly's
I
crazy.
think of Disney.
She's picketing.
She's picketing.
Yeah, she's protesting my my comments tonight.
She's gonna strike.
Yeah.
So I loved seeing the characters in Avengers Campus. I think we just missed a lot of them.
Right.
So I think if we would have seen more of the characters, it would have been better.
Exactly.
And then I don't know if you did the Doctor Strange show, but
Yeah, I didn't get to do it. I didn't get to do it because it was they weren't doing it during the day when
it wasn't good. Like, I'm not sure if they were still like learning their parts or what was going on there, but that little area right in front of Doctor Strange's door, if you remember, like the door, they cram everybody in their sitting.
Right.
And so there's only room for, I don't know, maybe 100 people.
Yeah, and only about 40 of them can actually
and only
see
about
the
half
entire
of
show.
them, only if you sit right in the middle can you see the entire show.
Yeah.
So that was not arranged well.
No.
This has nothing to do with Loki.
I 100% agree with you. I mean, here's the thing,
Chris.
and this is, I mean, it's really hard because Star Wars is so amazing that bar is way up, and everything they do is measured against Galaxy's Edge and Rise of the Resistance. I cannot wait to ride Tron. I cannot wait to ride it. I'm so excited to ride it. But is it going to be?
Oh, it's going to be.
Is it going to be Rise of the Resistance?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It will.
So
I got to ride it in Shanghai.
oh,
It is amazing.
is it? Okay.
I mean, it's not Rise of the Resistance. Rise of the Resistance is,
Well, it's its own category. I totally get that. I'm not going to go in and go, well, I mean, why isn't the roller coaster just going wherever it wants to go? I mean, I'm not crazy. I mean, I know it's a coaster.
Yeah, but you really feel like you're in Tron.
Yeah.
When you're on that ride, it's like super fun.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do it. Like, I watched the little, oh my gosh, the new Disney Plus episodes that are on there, like behind the attraction or something like that.
Check that out.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Watched them, binge watched them, loved it.
Yeah.
But the Tron, so you get on like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you stay on that while you are roller coaster.
Oh, go ahead.
They put like some kind of thing over your back so that you don't fall out.
I don't know if I would like that. How comfortable was that?
I actually, because I can't bend my legs very well, I sat in the disabled seat, so I didn't even sit like the rest of them. I just saw it. So, but most people say that it's fine.
Oh yeah. Probably like, and I think the Flight of Passage setup where you kind of lean forward and it comes over your back.
I think it's going to be a little bit higher though. Yeah. Flight of Passage kind of hits you low back, but you're not going upside down.
I don't know. It gets pretty high on Flight of Passage.
But you're not going upside down.
You don't go upside down on Tron, do you?
I think so.
No, I don't think.
Oh, no?
You do like corkscrew.
Corkscrew.
I don't think you do.
Okay, well,
yeah, you can't go upside down on a motorcycle.
I don't know. Tell Evil Knievel. What? Let's see. What were we talking about tonight?
I don't know.
I don't even remember.
I don't know. That's funny.
Well, the point is that I really wanted to see Loki in Avengers Campus, and I didn't.
No, I think that's what I was missing. And maybe, I mean, it was a crazy day. We had to start in Disneyland because that was the only ticket available, and then we hopped to California Adventure.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of a crazy day. We were debating on whether or not to give up our Rise of the Resistance boarding group.
Which, guess what? You don't have to.
Oh, what?
We didn't even try to get web slingers without getting.
Oh, I thought we did though.
So
I don't even know.
I just saw today, maybe this is new.
I'm sure it's new.
I just saw today that a group of people, this was on one of my travel agent things, they started in Disneyland. They got Rise of the Resistance.
Okay.
They got on it. They went over to California Adventure. No, they didn't get on it. They got the pass at, what is it, noon? They went over to California Adventure, got web slingers, which they've told us you can't have both at the same time, but they had them both at the same time. Did web slingers, went back over and got on their boarding group for Rise. I don't know if it was a fluke, but they had both passes at the same time, but they had to be in the respective parks when they got them.
Maybe that was our deal because we were in Indiana Jones.
But so were the other people in Indiana Jones, and they all got it.
I don't know. It's all very confusing to me.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at if that what that pass that they're talking about, the express pass type thing like Universal, if that comes out, that might be a good thing. We'll see. You just
That's
schedule
totally not about Loki.
anyway.
Kelly's like, Loki.
Oh,
all right. Well, Loki. So I don't know. You think that he showed a little bit of a different side of him, but I wonder if that was really a different side of him or if he was still manipulating, because that's what he does. Like, what if she wouldn't have shoved him through that time portal? Would he have like talked her down and then turned around and got the guy himself?
I don't think so.
I don't think he would have killed Kang.
No.
I think he actually. I mean, as the He Who Remains, I think that he actually believed him.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
Either that or
he's
like a really
not
great-
lying.
Yeah.
Who?
Right. The He Who Remains was not lying, and he was telling the truth. And here's the thing: Loki's a liar, and liars usually know liars. Like, I mean, I think he's reading that and going, "This guy's telling the truth on this one." I mean, he was just lying. Now he's telling the truth. I mean, he was playing him out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
why did he say "see you soon"?
Because time is on a continuum. It's a
loop.
circle. It's a loop.
It's not a line.
That main timeline is on the loop, right? That's the one that he created out of all these multiverses, and multiverses, you know, blah blah blah.
That's why Tony Stark's thing was a loop,
right? So that's kind of where we're going, is that time will then repeat itself after whenever. So.
So which was better, Loki or WandaVision? That's hard because WandaVision was only one season and we have more Loki to go. So right now, I really liked WandaVision.
I liked WandaVision.
Yeah. WandaVision was my favorite.
It was a great start.
Yeah,
for sure.
I agree.
Because it was so different. And, you know, I just think that the acting was really good. Though Loki also, actually, all of them have had really good acting.
It's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, I know. But WandaVision, I don't know. There was something about the performances that I really enjoyed. I liked Catherine Hahn as Agatha, and it was just fun.
Right.
Yeah.
She was
so
good.
I got to throw this out there because I think that that's a huge point to Loki, is that he is always trying to feel loved. And I mean, see where we go with this. And I'm just wondering if y'all feel the same way. But the change in Loki, I think, in this season is where he sees his mom killed, and to realize that it was his actions that caused that.
Yeah.
I think that makes the change in him.
But only in the one him.
Just in him.
I mean, there's thousands apparently of other Lokis out there, and so now we have one Loki that might have had a change of heart. But he's
the Loki that we follow.
Yeah.
I mean, all these other Lokis and multiverses, I don't think that they're going to become main characters. I think Tom's portrayal of Loki, I think, is the one that we follow. And I think that he has made a change. Is he going to be the god of mischief? Sure he is. You can't change that. Yeah. But I think he's going to be another one of those anti-heroes. You know, because he does sacrifice himself, you know, for Thor at the beginning of Infinity War. Is that right?
Yep.
So we saw, you know, some compassion there. I mean, I don't know that he knew he was going to die, though. So maybe he thought he was going to get out of that one.
I think that he thought, I mean, something, because he looked like he was afraid. You know,
Yeah.
first time that you see him look like that, like he was vulnerable when he looked at Thor and said, he was Odin's son, which
Mhm.
was, not how he was feeling before. And so I think that he knew something was going to happen with him. I don't know. Yeah, maybe he didn't know he was going to die, but he knew he was at least going to feel a world of pain.
Right.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Is he a god?
He must be. I mean, he's
Well-
got the powers and he gets out of everything. And
Well, I mean, isn't that whole universe of Thor? They're all gods, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the it's just that Odin is the king, right? But Asgardians are all gods, right? And
Yep.
correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I might be going, speaking out of turn here, but
like
and then,
even the people that
so
just live
therefore
there.
the people that they had fought against were also gods, right? And
Mhm.
Loki comes from one of their enemies,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad we cleared that up. 'Cause I didn't know.
There's your answer. I mean, I could be wrong, but doesn't happen often. Okay.
Okay, Rob.
No, he is not Asgardian. He was from the. Who's he from? I can't remember.
He's a frost giant.
Frost giant. Right.
He's the son of the king of the frost giants.
So he's definitely a prince.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Because when the judge called him up, she called him Loki Lofty son rather than Thor's son.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I'm just looking. So yeah, because the frost giants are Norse giants, which is their god. They were gods.
There you
Right.
go. See? Rarely ever wrong.
Good thing we have Google at our fingertips.
I didn't even Google it. That just came all from right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it is, y'all.
All right. So we're coming up on an hour.
Yeah, we kind of want to wrap this up and I don't know, final thoughts on the series. I don't know. I mean, I think we tackled it all. If I had one last thing to say about the finale is that I didn't think the finale had enough. Like there was a lot of philosophy going, right? I mean, it was kind of just building this picture of what's going on, and then boom, it's over. I think the saving grace for episode 6 is season 2. I think that I think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 led us up to 6. 6 kind of puts a bow on what's going on, but then also opens us up into this new life of Kang, right? And then season 2 I think is going to be amazing. I think that Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to be amazing. And who knows? I still don't know much. And like I said before, I don't watch a lot of trailers because trailers usually take some of the best parts of the movie, and so I try to steer clear of trailers and spoilers. But I'm wondering if Kang doesn't have something to do with new Doctor Strange as well. So, what do y'all think? I'll go, Lauren. What's your kind of final thoughts?
I think that he's going to he is going to be the Thanos of this phase, and whether he has a big part in Doctor Strange, I feel like we will see his face nonetheless. Just like Thanos did. We were waiting for him, and we'd see him, in like the end credits or something. We'll feel his presence.
Yeah,
that's my thought.
What
do you think?
I'm as a language arts teacher. I like these shows because I feel like they lend themselves to critical thinking. Like it makes the viewers what we're doing right now is what we do in my classroom. We make a claim and then we support it with evidence. And I feel like these shows make you do that over and over and over every episode. And I really like that it leads to these discussions and that we don't know the answer. So we have to talk it out and find the evidence to support, what we're thinking. So I'm excited about season 2. I am kind of like Kelly. We have to wait a whole year for season 2.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't bad when, shows used to run for like 20 some weeks and then you had to take the summer off and then they would come back. I mean, but these little 6 episodes, 7 episodes, and then a whole year more away. It's like, what?
Yes, you can use this Loki with your AP kids for sure.
Oh, for sure.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do WandaVision and Loki. I haven't created the lessons yet, but once I do, I'll send them your way. If you create anything, we'll share.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my kind of closing, I think I had closing thoughts, but I do have more closing thoughts. And that is, I think that, and I'll say it again, I sound like a broken record. I think these shows are doing what they're supposed to. And that is to take these minor characters, give them their own pedestal, and really help to define them. And maybe we're going to get Sylvie's, story more. I mean, we got her story, but maybe we'll get more of her in season 2. I don't think she's going away. But I really feel like we got a little bit more painted picture of Loki to take us on into whatever is going to happen in the MCU from here on out.
Yeah.
So
agree.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good show.
Is that it? Did we cover everything?
I think
Man, that was crazy. Disney Addictions coming for me tonight. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at the characters that they chose to do these Disney Plus shows, and these are characters that we loved in the movies that got like 30 seconds of airtime.
So they were minor characters, but now they're not because they had their own shows. So now they're going to become major characters.
There you go. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess we should wrap her up then.
Yeah.
And let y'all go for the night. Thank you so much for coming back and being here for Taco Tuesday.
Why don't you tell us what's coming up on your channel?
Oh yeah, Lauren.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Well, we've got a lot of hauls, a lot of I developed a pin tag that I'm going to be doing, and just a lot of fun stuff that we always do. Looking forward to What If, and when What If comes out, we'll be doing live shows and analyzing those. So it's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend to everybody to watch What If, because it is going to be part of what is going on in the MCU. Even though it's animated, I think that it's going to be equally as important.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a little bit about what we're going to be doing, and we hope that you'll. I always say we do hauls and unboxings, pin tags, Disney news, and Disney reviews, and more. So that's basically what Castles, Capes, and Clones is about.
Perfect.
Right.
Well, we can't wait. We can't wait to see the next video out there. Also, look at this. Check it out. I want to thank everybody in the chat for the super stickers and super chats tonight. Thank you so much. I got to get better at, recognizing y'all. And I also want to say thank you to our moderators. Chris was in the house and Courtney was in the house tonight. So appreciate y'all keeping it clean. I mean,
as possible.
Yeah. So lots of great stuff coming up for Disney Connections. We will have a 1K party here coming up soon. I just don't know, maybe the 7th.
Unless you're out of town.
So we'll see. we've got some decisions to make in the next couple of days, and we'll be, letting you know when we can let you know out there in the YouTube world.
Yeah.
But we do have some great stuff coming up that I'm really excited for this year and our 1K channel.
All right.
Okay. Well, let me get this set up so that I can take us out right here. If you haven't liked or subscribed, make sure you click the thumbs up and the subscribe. Click the bell. We're going to be live the next time we go live, and I don't want you to miss it. And I don't want you to miss the next video we drop. So appreciate you being here on Disney Connections, where we're going to talk about all things Disney.
Bye.